Okay. Well, look, disappointing, very disappointing game. We didn't start with the appropriate energy that is required to compete in this at this level in this league. Um, that being said, like I said pregame, I think our group has been playing some really good, steady basketball um, over the last couple weeks. So I'll chalk this one up to just not having it. I think you've seen the stories this year. Every team in the league is going through this on certain nights, and unfortunately, for whatever reason, back to back, them not having a couple of their stars for whatever reason, we did not have it tonight. We were not sharp, and that's it's not an excuse. It shouldn't be an excuse, but it is the reality right now. So we're going to move past this one, and we got one more game on this trip, and we'll get some rest tonight and be better in Cleveland.
James Ham.
Luke, you put your starters back out there in the fourth to start it. Were you just trying to see if they had something, or did they tell you they wanted to play?
No, we were going to give it. The NBA. I've seen a lot of crazy things happen, and we were going to give it one last run, see if we couldn't. All you got to really do is sometimes cut it to 15, and then you try to get it to 10. So we got close to that a couple times. But when the guys were out there, they were, you could hear them talking. We got one more chance at this. Let's go. So they were into it. We just we couldn't find it on either end. So yeah, it was us trying to make one last run at it in that fourth, James.
Sean Cunningham.
Hey, Luke, I know you don't want to make excuses for you guys, but you mentioned them being down some of their stars there. Did that Simmons late scratch tend to maybe disrupt things that you weren't anticipating for?
It shouldn't. I don't know. You'd have to ask the guys. Our game plan was playing for Ben, but once he was out, we assumed that Milton was going to be in the starting lineup there. So and Milton killed us tonight. He got to the foul line 11 times. He just kept penetrating on us. So I know how this league works, and that's kind of a natural letdown, but it shouldn't be. It can't be. Otherwise, what happened to us tonight is what happens to teams across the league.
Jason Jones.
We've seen Thibault against De'Aaron twice, and it seems like he does about as good a job as anyone on him. Just what makes him such a good defender, particularly against De'Aaron?
I'm sorry, I missed the beginning of that, Jason.
About Thibault defending De'Aaron.
Yeah.
Against De'Aaron.
Well, to me, I think that Thibault, I'm pretty sure he was defensive player of the year in the Pac-10. Like you could tell he's got those defensive instincts. He might not always be in good position, but he recovers out of it because he has length and he understands angles. It seems like I thought he's a good young player. I see why Philadelphia likes him so much. I still think I don't think anyone can keep De'Aaron in front of him in those situations, but he does do a nice job on the defensive end.
Jason Anderson.
Luke, I was going to ask you about that too. I mean, how we saw him in the Thibault in the fourth quarter on Fox back in February. He was really effective, and then he just seemed to disrupt a lot, especially early, in this game tonight. Just how big of a factor was that matchup and then his defense?
Yeah, I mean, he's good at what he does for sure. I went back and watched that first game again, and really, more so than that, he had a couple good plays on De'Aaron that first game, but we missed a ton of open shots and layups down the stretch, more than I thought he disrupted De'Aaron. And tonight, he was good, but the way we started the game, I couldn't. There's no answer to that because the energy that we played with and the alertness, it didn't matter what was happening. They were scoring and we were missing. So you got to give them credit for sure. They came out and played a really good game tonight, and he's a very good young defender.
Tony Harvey.
Yes, Coach Walton. And when you do mention, people like Thibault and Shake Milton and what they were doing, that they also had a player out there, despite having, two missing players in Tobias Harris. And he was doing a lot of things too, especially, with that ball as far as felicitating things. I think he had 8 or 9 assists. Can you just talk about what he was doing too to affect the game?
Yeah, he's been doing this all season. He doesn't get a lot of love because of the other two stars that are here. But if you watch the NBA closely, this is what Tobias has been doing, especially when either Ben or Embiid has been hurt. And so, we kind of assumed that with both of them being out, that, he was really going to get after it. A lot of our scouting report was, based around him, and he hit some really tough shots. He loves going left. We tried to force him right. When he went right, he still made everything. When we try to get underneath the screen and make him shoot threes, he hit those. Eventually, we started trying to blitz him, but like you said, he had 8 assists too. So he was really good tonight. But he's been really good all season. We were trying to stop him, but it didn't surprise me.